Greetings, my fellow normies. This is just a normie, and I am just doing a quick video, audio here today. So I just wanted to talk about something about TikTok and about President Trump banning TikTok and all that. What many people just don't understand is that it has nothing to do with what a lot that's going on out there and is talking about that TikTok like sabotaged one of his protests and so on like that. What you need to realize is that TikTok is controlled in stealing your information and spying by the Chinese government, a communist government and stuff. We used to be very serious about communism a long time ago, and many people are just dismissing it because of jobs and so on and so forth, and that Trump can't do this, can't shut down TikTok. Oh, yes, he can. He can seize TikTok. He can seize the entire company from those people on the grounds of national security. People need to get out of their head out of the sand about the seriousness that many of our politicians on both sides of the aisle and past presidents have entangled us with China as much as we have. Do you realize that our entire pharmaceutical base is connected to China? They could potentially shut us down. So if you're taking medication for AIDS, diabetes, some time of other chronic disease or something, you need to realize that if they cut those off, you're dead or otherwise and stuff. So, and they say, well, what is this going to do? Well, it's going to shut down 100 million Americans using TikTok, which allows the U.S., or not the U.S., but the communist government to not only shut down your speech, but they're also doing propaganda through videos and stuff. Trump also just recently signed an executive order about Hong Kong and cracking down on those companies that are clamping down on speech based on Hong Kong. And people claim, oh, we can't do that. Oh, yes, he can. It's called national security. It's just like he signed an executive order a few days ago about anybody that's doing business with the communist government or shutting down speech in Hong Kong or anything like that, or the Falun Gong prison labor and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And all that. People seriously need to get your head out of the sand because this is the modern day Nazism and it's communism in China and stuff. They've got Uyghur Muslims, and I don't care what your feelings are about Muslims and stuff. Not all Muslims across the world are the same. They're all different and stuff. Some are peaceful, some are bad, some are really, really bad. But the thing is they're loading Uyghur Muslims and Falun Gong practitioners and stuff onto trains. They're shaving their heads. They're sending them to, I guess, concentration camps. We saw this before. It was called under Hitler and the Nazis. But nobody's saying anything about it and stuff. And it all leads back to what TikTok is doing. And you all need to realize that we need to shut down TikTok and not allow a company like Microsoft to buy it or maintain it and have it under a U.S. company and stuff. No, the company needs to be shut down. It needs to be used as an example and stuff. A lot of people out there is talking about a new Cold War with China and stuff. I've studied the Cold War. This is not a Cold War. It's the start of a Cold War and stuff. And the thing is China will not win against the United States or our allies in a traditional war. They can't. I mean, all you really got to look at is what happened recently with India and China on the border of Kashmir and stuff. China got their butt handed to them. According to the reports or hidden reports, between 33 to 44 Chinese died at the hands of killing 10 or 11, maybe 22 Indians. It's in hand-to-hand combat with knife and batons and bayonets and stuff like that. So the next best thing is propaganda and all that. Social media is an easy way to use propaganda tools for and stuff. Just like so many have tried to manipulate our elections through Facebook and Twitter, through Russia, to China, to any of our other enemies out there and stuff. I'm not saying that Russia's an enemy of ours or anything like that. We had a Cold War and stuff. And so many of you have never learned, don't know, don't understand what the Soviet Union was and what the Cold War was, what communism is, how bad it is. Because we've lived in probably the most peaceful time in our lives. There is no real world war. The only real world war was back in World War II. You know, I mean, the last big war was Vietnam. And then you have a couple Gulf Wars, but nothing on the comparison of Vietnam to World War II. You know, and the minor skirmish of the Korean War. But this is coming back to like TikTok. You need to realize that the information war that China is doing onto the US is a national security issue. TikTok and them thinking that they can develop software and all that to infiltrate, manipulate, and to intimidate and to spread propaganda is not going to be tolerated in this country. If you support it, you need to check your facts. You need to check your ideology and stuff. Because communism, socialism will destroy what we have in this country. We live in one of the greatest countries ever in history and stuff. And people are very misguided with regards to so much of the propaganda that they're listening to. You are not oppressed by any means. You've never visited an oppressed country. You don't know where it is. You watch the news and you think you do. You think your life is so meaningless when in fact it's not. You can do anything you put your mind to in this country. And all that. And I think that, you know, you need to reflect on that. You need to figure out who you are. Because if you think that communism and socialism is going to work in this country, you got another thing coming. Because patriots like me will stop it. Just like you have all these thugs and these people up in Portland and other cities like Chicago and New York that got these ravishing gangs and stuff, frickin' and everything else. You need to figure out who you are as a person. And figure it out quickly, because patriots will stand up with the Second Amendment and stop it, because that is what the founding fathers put the Second Amendment in there for, to stop tyranny from rising and destroying the very fabric of our Constitution, our republic, and that of our presidency and Congress and stuff. So this is just a rant. If you agree with me or you don't, I'm okay with that. Put your comments down in the bottom. I appreciate everyone listening to this. I want you to share, like, subscribe, and let me know what your thoughts are. I'm open to them and stuff. Very constructive. Thank you, and live long and prosper, my fellow people. Take care. This is a Normie, and I'm out. Bye.